going on? I'm Dwayne with Growing Together Nursery, and today we're going to talk about heat hacks to go ahead and help out in this Florida furnace. It's a hot one, folks. We are just now kicking off the summer, and here in Florida in 9B, Orange City, man, it is going to be a rough summer. I guarantee it, right? If you're around here, you will understand exactly how tough it is to be able to grow in the summertime. But today I'm going to go ahead and go over a couple things that may help you to go ahead and help you out. All right, we're doing this live, but first and foremost, we got our little dog over here, Miss Kiwi's on coconuts and whatnot, but she's about to show us the first thing that we can do to go ahead and help out with beating the heat. All right, we can go for a nice little swim, cool down. She's gonna let's see if she'll go in and go for a little swim. She dips in there and she'll get low, but we do need a bigger pool. One for me as well. We're working on that. But yes, this is one way to go ahead and beat the heat, is have a nice little pool. You know, if you have one, excellent. You know, I don't have one out here. Don't have anything large, but this is what we're working with. So she comes out here and goes for a quick little dip, but that is one way. Right, while we're here, let me show you guys what's going on with the Maria Mango here. I don't know how much time we have. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a storm, and the Maria's got this little indentation right in there. It is a Valencia Pride seedling. I'm not going to take it out of the bag, but she's hanging in there. Just got one, but anyways, it's a hot one. Look, let me show you. We got some clouds rolling in, which is kind of rare for the week. We haven't had any rains until later on in the afternoons. But we're open today till 6, depending on what the weather does, right? We got mangoes and avocados, jaboticabas. Let me see if I zoomed in. Herbs. Went out and grabbed a few more things today. We are hitting the market tomorrow, different market. Got some grapes working over here. Hitting a different market this time. Saturday market over at the fairgrounds, the Central Florida. I think they call it the Central Florida Flea Market, but I knew it as a fairgrounds. I haven't been over there in years, folks. So I was like, hey, someone was telling me, if they asked me if I've been out there yet, and he's like, man, go out there and see what it's about. So excuse me. We're going to go out there tomorrow morning and talk to some folks, meet some new ones. Whoa, we do have a guava over here with a ton of baby fruits. Ruby Little Supreme. She's holding a ton. I don't know if y'all can see that. Ways to beat the heat. I know, I'm over here showing you fruit. Ways to beat the heat. Well, you grow or put up your own shade. That is one way. What's up? Thanks for tuning in. Shade cloth. That is one way to go ahead and continue to garden. If you are growing in pots, you can do it. Or even if you're growing in the ground, I mean, you can totally set up some shade over the top and do some annuals that way. It is tough over here in Central Florida in the summertime because it is a scorcher out, but there are ways to go ahead and continuously have something coming in. It is creating your own shade, growing your own shade. But let's go see. Yeah, chilies, sweet little peppers. There's no heat to those. I did not grow those. No. Some of these things I do, some of these I do not, folks. You cannot, sit there and grow every little bit. Oh, got some roselle coming. Ooh, pretty late in the season, but I started it late and got the seeds way late. Clouds are rolling in. Let's see. Got my first call for olives. It's about 4 feet. I got 2 over here, $40, 3 gallon esque. There's actually, let me see here. Yeah, it's 3 gallon. Like $40. Hopefully I can make this without having my phone overheat. All right, so yes, shade cloth. All right, that's another thing that we can go ahead and utilize. Tents, you know, I go ahead and pot up my seedlings in there. Okay. Mexican sunflowers. If you grow these, you get to go ahead and play in the shade as well. See this? They grow super fast, which right now they're shading out this little Kathy seedling here, which it's a little transition shock, you know, or plant shock. But they're shading it out. Once she gets large enough, boom, I'll trim these back and she'll be taken off here shortly. Chasing the lizards. And now she's knocking fruit off. Found a sweet tart. Uh-oh, that was thunder. Found a sweet tart down today, and it had a gash in it. So I went ahead and ate the other half that was fine just now. And a little young, but it was okay. It was, I would say, about 70% cooked. But look at these huge Mexican sunflowers. I mean, these are, they say 10 feet, or what did they say, like 15 feet? But dude, that's all of like, I don't know. I want to say 20, but yeah, it's up there. They're blooming right now. So you can create your own shade. You just have to watch out for the wasps that are inside of there. You know, they do tend to like that, right? But make a little walkway and look at this. This is 10 feet apart. My rows are 10 feet apart, which a lot of people are like, that's way too close. I get it, but there is no machinery back here. Besides me, I am the only machine that's walking through here with a gorilla cart for harvesting. So, and because I plant very densely, it creates its own shade in between all of this. So you can create your own shade by growing it. Now, certain trees grow faster than others and will provide that shade for you sooner than others, but these sunflowers really do help. Now, are they a lot of work? Yes, they are. I'm not going to front and tell you, oh man, everyone needs to grow them. No, not everyone needs to, but if you have the room and you got the desire and you got the juice, grow them, because they are fun. They're beautiful. They smell nice. Good for pollination. Good for fertilization as well. Oh, let me show you a couple of sugar apples that are rocking over here. Right now, everything's in bloom. We got fruit holding. And some of these I hand pollinated. Some of these I did not. Like this little clump of 3 over here, I did not hand pollinate those. Those just did their own thing. And these up here either. Got a bunch up top. Is it really close to this little lemon zest? Yes, it is sandwiching the little lemon zest seedling in here. But I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to trim this little sugar apple back, and then this seedling will grow behind it. So it will grow much larger than the sugar apple, and then it'll later cast this, give this a nice little shade. But I got more coming around, still hand pollinating more. And it's very easy. It takes a second or two. So still more flowers are coming out. So how do we beat the heat? We work early in the morning, take a break, maybe a siesta if you have to, if you're able to. Then you work later on. All right. Dwarf tamarillos. Why did I plant these? I don't know how to eat them. I've eaten 2 of them and they are terrible. They are terrible. I don't know if I'm eating them way young. I have to wait until they turn really dark, but they taste like a toothache plant and a little Everglades tomato. Like they just numb my mouth and it's like bitter. It's not very fun. I thought it'd be sweet. That's what allegedly it's what it was, but that's not what I got. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm eating them way too young. To create shade, you grow your shade. And this is a young system, so a lot of the shade hasn't really come through here yet, but you still can come out, weed, do what you got to do. If you got to feed, transplant, and then duck off into a nice little shady area. I left some of these smaller oaks here. That way we can have somewhere to set up hammocks or whatnot, but also to be able to have a nice little shady area, because that is crucial here. If this was all cleaned out, and here comes the rain, folks. It's coming in the back. If we go ahead and clear everything out, then these trees would scorch. A lot of them would scorch, but so far so good. Here's another one that we can do, is create a nice little trellis. Put some passion fruit up there. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I did. Yep, we're good. Throw some passion fruit up there. Put a bench underneath, and now you got a cool little reading area, whatnot. I am bagging some of these just to see what the difference is. I bagged one and it didn't get the little scale, all right, the scab that it does. So I'm wondering if this is coming from outside. Let's see the scab here. Doesn't affect the flavor or the fruit, allegedly. But what I've noticed is if I bag them young, I tend not to get that. So maybe it's something that's coming out afterwards. But, uh-oh, you hide out underneath. You hide out underneath, create some shade. You can still grow stuff and then have other stuff growing up on top. So multi-layer your system. It is your playground. You can set this up how you want it, right? Oh, I don't like the way that's set up, Dwayne. I want it like this. Well, then you do exactly that. But I'm telling you how I'm doing it. And if it's working or if it's not. And so far, you know, the system has its challenges. It's a lot of work because these sunflowers grow crazy and you got to be able to have a place to mulch them. They take a little bit to break down. So, you know, you do just get lots of it, you know, just laying down, which things can live in there, right? You are afraid of snakes, you will be seeing them in the system, regardless of what. Unless you get a nice dog like Kiwi, and she's gonna go ahead and flush them out, right? She sits there and won't bark at them, and then I'll run over and hey. She is going through her Marley and me stage right now. We still got a cack hanging on now that I'm here. CAC, two of them. One's larger than the other. And they got a different shape. So this one has more of a refined, like a point on there. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. But on the bottom there, it's more defined. I'm thinking that's more of the look versus, you know, this one that I know you can't really see the shape in the bag. Sorry, but all right, moving along before this rain comes. Carrie is hanging on to 4, 5 in the bags here. Uh-oh, I'm underneath the tree. We're gonna keep it moving, folks. It looks like we're getting some young rain here. None of the mangoes are ready. They're still holding on. These are the thunderstorms that I worry about because then they can knock said fruit down. So hang on to your fruit, folks. Winds are coming. Random coconuts all over the floor. She'll grab them and start chewing on them. She like rips the husk. She is an animal. Oh, let me see if there's one ready now. Oh, we got a little clutch here. That's pretty good. Got a little bit of war wound there. I don't know what that is, but it's going down. Very sweet. Let's see here. Kind of seedy, of course. There's like 3 seeds in there. But it's worth it. It's a little shrub that could. I'm still putting on more flowers. So I wait for them to drop usually. That's when they're the sweetest. The wind will go ahead and blow them, but not bad. Get your vitamin C on. And we got clouds coming, folks. But I wanted to jump on. Tell you what we do here for the heat. Play in the shade. Get you a neck fan. All right, get you a nice big brim hat. All right, straw hat. That plastic stuff will kill you, folks. All right. What else? Your gear matters, folks. What you're out in the garden wearing and sharing, right? I tell you what, you feel like a fool with this neck fan. People look at you crazy. They call you soft. I know. Probably am, but dude, it feels like a nice mobile AC. If I could have it in a full body suit, it'd be awesome. But the problem is it'd be made out of plastic, right? Hydrate, folks. That's another hack. Proper hydration, water. All right, get you some fruit as well. Fresh fruit also helps. Knowing where you're getting your fruit from, right? And also your gear, right? Linen, folks, linen. Once you do it, I'm telling you, you ain't gonna wear that plastic stuff anymore. No more of that cotton. All right, I'm telling you, I'm gonna go ahead and start heading on back. The 5-cent tour is over. Drop it in at the end. Give me a like if you learned something. If not, whatever, folks. I get it. Moving along. Callum Munden's over here kicking, but listen, folks, stay cool. Keep gardening, though. Don't give up, all right? Don't say, oh, the heat's on, so now I'm going to go inside and watch all my seasons and catch up. Listen, get off the couch and get outside. These trees ain't going to grow themselves. Then you'll say, oh, I wish I would have had this fruit. You have that opportunity today, folks. Get out there and plant a tree. You haven't done enough this year. But I put 4 in. No, those are rookie numbers, folks. Get your trees in the ground. The storms are coming. You know they're coming. All right? Don't let that stop you. Atamoyas, mangoes. All right. The skies are talking, right? One more round. Still got a Longan 7-gallon. Couple of bananas. This 4 multi-grafted tree here for this mulberry. I'm going to take it to the market tomorrow, so maybe it won't be here. One more Fuyu here that I don't like to move with fruit because I know that it will fall off. Usually that happens. So 55 bucks in a 5-gallon. We'll go ahead and take her. We still have some Asian pears. I'll be bringing a couple of these more than likely tomorrow. But yes, check us out if you are in town tomorrow. We'll be over at the fairgrounds, and I think it's West Colonial. I think it's 3903, something like that. Anyways, look at these monsters, folks. Look at this. This is crazy. It's pepper tree putting on monster fruit. I mean, those are dinosaurs, folks. These are huge peppers. I've never seen something like that. You know what? I'm going to show you. Let's see the difference here. This thing is, hang on. Let me harvest it right. Let me harvest it right. Sorry about shaking her around. Let's see if I got time to show you guys. Quick difference between the jacked ones and the ones that we're growing on the natch. I'm going to pick 2 of them. Avocados are almost ready. Let's see. Give the old touch. Oh, yeah. Almost ready, folks. That's plastic. All right. You got it. Let's go see this real fast. I think I got time. I'm going to show you the difference between what these are. And these are the ones that you're more than likely, not even this size at the store. I don't know. These are gnarly sized. But hang on here. Those versus the ones we got back here. Uh-oh. I get struck trying to prove a point. Here's one on the ground. Here's another one. Oh, right here. Don't get struck messing around. Look at the difference here, folks. We're on the run. Really quick. Look at that. They look like a different species. That is the same plant, the same pepper, folks. Crazy. If I grew these all day long, I would be like, he's the greatest gardener. Look at his peppers. They're huge. Listen, but you don't want to eat those. You know what I mean? Like, this is the difference, folks. Yeah, I'm going to put it up here. Looks like a Batanga compared to this thing. Look at the, I mean, goodness, folks. This is like barely any fertilizer. This is an old pepper, of course, but this one's, you know? Anyways, I got to get going. Check it out. You know where to find us. Stay tuned. There's more coming. We'll always be getting more stuff. So this and that. Love you guys. Tune in. Check us out. And have a great day. And don't get frustrated. The heat's coming. We are used to it. If you're a Floridian, it is what it is. Get your butt outside. Love you. Let's grow together, folks.